What makes an argument valid? Have you ever wondered what makes an argument valid? Understanding this concept is essential for success in high school, especially when writing essays or analyzing texts. Let's break it down together. An argument consists of statements, with some being premises and one being the conclusion. The premises are the reasons or evidence that support the conclusion. A valid argument is one where, if all the premises are true, the conclusion must also be true. This means that the logical structure of the argument is strong enough that you cannot have true premises and a false conclusion at the same time. Validity focuses on how the parts of the argument fit together, not whether the premises or conclusion are actually true in real life. For instance, consider this argument. Premise 1 states that all humans are mortal. Premise 2 states that Socrates is a human. The conclusion is that Socrates is mortal. If both premises are true, then the conclusion must also be true. This is a valid argument. Now let's look at another example. Premise 1 claims that all cats are dogs. Premise 2 states that Fluffy is a cat. The conclusion is that Fluffy is a dog. Here, even though the first premise is false, the argument is still valid. If the premises were true, the conclusion would also have to be true. Validity is about the structure, not the actual facts. In high school, you often need to break down arguments to see if they are valid. This process is called argument deconstruction. When you do this, you check if the conclusion logically follows from the premises. If it does, the argument is valid. If it does not, the argument is invalid. To practice this skill, start by identifying the premises and conclusion. Then ask yourself, if all the premises are true, does the conclusion have to be true? If the answer is yes, the argument is valid. If not, it is invalid. This technique will help you write better essays, analyze texts, and think more clearly about what others say. When you use elaboration techniques, you explain why an argument is valid or not by giving examples and showing your reasoning. Remember, a valid argument is not always a good argument if the premises are false. For an argument to be strong, it must be valid and have true premises. So, what makes an argument valid? It is all about the logical structure. If the premises are true, the conclusion must also be true. This idea is central to studying, writing, and thinking critically in high school.